My studio is Kin Software House. I started in 2010. We are located in Prague, and the last 3 years we actually have this nice headquarter here in Orangerie, which looks like a castle. The vision of the studio from the beginning was to build games that are somehow promoting science and engineering. My name is Marek Rosia, and I'm founder and CEO of Kin Software House. The first game was Minor Wars 2081, then there was Minor Wars Arena, then there was Space Engineers, and then there was Medieval Engineers.
Everywhere. Good news, engineer. We have the perfect weekend getaway just for you. And with a decent spacefaring vessel, you can get there from any of the home system planets in no time.
We built Space Engineers, which is a game where players build spaceships and other engineering constructions, and the game simulates it on very like first principles level. Like you put together some blocks, they interact physically, so there is collisions, destruction, deformations, but they also interact or integrate on some kind of logical way. So, you know, they can send signals, messages. Let's say you lose electricity, you lose lights, and those kind of things. So when you put together a few blocks in Space Engineers, you suddenly get a ship or a car or something else. Somehow I felt that this will give infinite freedom to players. There is no story. People can create the story in their head for themselves. There are two ways how to look at this. One is that we will give them goals, and they have to achieve them, and you know, like draw the satisfaction from that. The other is that they create the goals for themselves. So somebody will say like, okay, today I want to build an elevator from Earth to Moon, and just start building. And I think this second one, when players create their own goals, is much more interesting because the number of goals is infinite. We are using already existing physics engine called Havok, and we are then building some kind of physics layer on top of it. And we don't need physicists, but the people who work with the physics engine or are building on top of it, they need to understand how to simulate the physics.
It's about you.
Mainly the audience is in US, and then in Europe it's Germany or some other countries, and then Australia and Canada. I think 80% is males. Then the strongest group is somewhere around 18 years old. In Kin Software House we are working on Space Engineers, but we also are working on VRH3, which is game engine. And we are working for the last 2 years, and it will be then used in the future for our future games. One of the strongest forces in the universe is need to create. When you actually want to create something out of nothing, that's how, you know, like this universe gets more complex and more interesting. And so I'm doing that in games. You can really create new realities. That's what is interesting about this, that we have this reality here, you know, it's nice. I mean, most of the time, many times it's not very nice. But in games, you can create any kind of reality you want, and I think that's just amazing.